Okay, Bitcoin continues its humongous crash, which is wild given that we are in November. Now, what's interesting here is that even October, which we expected to be a bullish month, and it's really been like that for a very long time, and since 2018 right here, we've not had a bearish October. This time around, we had a bearish October, so it's really interesting. November, we are currently down by 20%. Which is again an abnormally with this thing. October and November are some of the most bullish months in crypto actually. You can see that the average here for October is plus 19% and the average for November is 40%. But we are currently down by 20% in November alone. So it's really not been good this time. As we go to exchange balances right here, we'll see that whales are not really sending much BTC into exchanges, which is usually a bullish sign. It means that they are actually accumulating or they are expecting some other big move to the upside. We can see that the latest inflow right here is plus 11,000 BTC, so 11,750 or something like that BTC. And this inflow means that they are most likely going to sell. But the outflow here is about 10,000 BTC, and the biggest one right here is 67,000 BTC. It's important to note that this is actually the largest outflow of BTC since 2023. We've not had any outflow like that in 2 years. Now, as we go here to the Coinbase Bitcoin Premium, and this is on the daily, we'll see that it's still in the red. Now, being in the red means that US investors are mostly selling. When it turns green, it means that they are mostly buying. This sharp green candle right here indicated a lot of buying pressure from the US side, which is what led us to our humongous rally. But right now we've not had any green candle here on the daily time frame, and even on the 30-minute time frame we've not had any green candle. It's still in the red, so they are not buying just yet. So now we go to BTC. Now with BTC, you'll know that my target for BTC was somewhere in the lower to mid 90s region. Yeah, I was also looking at the CME gap between 92.6 to 91.8, but the current zones here is what I did not forecast because we did not have any evidence to suggest that we are going to go as low as this. However, even if we are going to factor the most bearish case scenario, it would still indicate that BTC bounces from this region right here. The exact figure that we can see here is 85.6, but we do not know if it can go lower than that or it must reach it. As of now, it didn't quite reach that particular level. It reached 86.2 right here. The exact lowest figure that we can see here is 85.6, but that's just it. We don't have any other levels to the downside in this particular region. You could have dips, but that's just all we can see. Now, I say the most bearish case scenario because after that, if you do have a retracement to the upside, which is what Fibonacci would suggest here, there would be a chance that it comes down to 62 right here. And I cannot say for sure if that's going to happen. Just that right now, this would be the lowest we can see around this 80s right here. So the lower 80s, mid to lower 80s right here. That would just be the lowest we can see. So what do I do then in these scenarios? Well, I'm on low leverage and I'm longing this thing. As it goes lower, I'll just DCA more. You will also notice that we've had the 3-drop move. So we have the first drop here, second drop here, and the third drop right here. I would be very surprised if it just continues to go to the downside like so. It's possible, but I'd be very surprised. So pretty much that's it for BTC. I'm going to be the last bull standing in these markets. USDT dominance, which is also something we've talked about, and it's what we use to correlate our analysis for BTC. We suggested this zone right here, and it's still in that zone, by the way. We use candle closes here, not just wicks. At this point, I'd consider USDT dominance to be at resistance. Now, the RSI right there is looking overvalued on the daily time frame, 4-hourly time frame, which is where we are right now, 4-hourly time frame, and we're having bearish divergences right there, 2-hourly time frame as well. Yeah, that's resistance for USDT dominance. So I'll be expecting some type of retracement for USDT dominance sooner or later. Now, it might as well continue going up. This is what we say all the time. We might still see some type of big move to the upside here before a move to the downside. So just be careful if you're trading this thing. The overall idea is that we are most likely going to see another big wave down here. Even if you have a wick to the upside like so, most likely we will see another big wave to the downside on USDT dominance. Now, BTC dominance is another one that we are looking at, and I'd say it's the main thing saving altcoins right now. Currently, BTC dominance is at 58.89%, and if this thing was actually going up in this market crash, we'd be in serious trouble. In the previous crash, where we had that big crash to the downside, BTC dominance actually went up, and that is what gave us this wick right here. And it's the reason why altcoins plummeted. Cosmos's Atom went to zero. Some of them just literally went to zero, but they came back up. And but I'd say that it's good news that BTC dominance is going to the downside as BTC itself goes to the downside. If it were to go to the upside here, we'd really be in some serious trouble. These altcoins will be absolutely decimated. Now, my idea on BTC dominance remains the same. It hasn't changed at all. At least nothing has changed here to, change my thesis. As we can see, it's kind of forming a head and shoulders pattern right there. And our consensus is that BTC dominance, the moment it closes a weekly candle below 57.80, we'd see this thing coming down to 53%, where it most likely will have a retracement to the upside. And after that, we'd be seeing this thing come down to 45 to 40%, where it could potentially find its bottom. So that would be this region right here. For now, it's still up here after the big move from the downside right here, which was the altcoin season top here. After this big move, it's just been Bitcoin season. Yeah, altcoins literally are still in their bear market. If we are just following this chart, they would still be in their bear market. We've not seen the alt season just yet. So alt season would look like so and would also look like so. Essentially, that's what we are expecting here. So that's it for Bitcoin dominance. What I'm doing right now is basically just DCing into some longs on low leverage and expecting the move to the upside. It will come sooner or later, and it will most likely be powerful. Bitcoin on the daily here is really undervalued, and this is the RSI, not the stochastic. So we'd be expecting a move to the upside very soon. But until then, stay safe.